Well, in the last class, we actually started to learn about coding. We started to learn about variables. Now, variables is something which can be used to store your content. Maybe it could be a number, it could be a decimal, or it could be any string. It can hold anything. It is like a placeholder, and we have checked about what are the features of variables. So variables are placeholders. They are case sensitive. That means if you give a small letter a, you have to access with a small letter a. And followed by, we have checked with variables name should be single word. Variable names can have only one special character. That is also only underscore is allowed. Variables cannot start with numbers, and we cannot use, I should say that we can, but the good practice is we should not use keywords as your variable names, right? Now, all this we have checked with variables, correct? Now, in the next part, we'll move on to data types. Now, in the data types, what we are going to do, again, as I said, please go to the home page, go and click the new Python notebook, because this is something which can be used as your note. So just make sure that you give the same name, go and rename it. So this is a Python second session, and we are going to work on Python data types, and is 29. Okay, so please start using this as your notes. This is the best notes you can have. This is the best notes you can have it. So let's get into the data types. Now, the moment you understand what is this data types are, okay. So data types. So data types is nothing but it just tells you that what type of value is stored. What type of value? It just tells that what type of value is the data. Okay. Now, when I say that, we have almost 4 data types. The first one I'll call it as str. The second one I'll call it as integer. The third one I'll call it as float. The fourth one I'll call it as bool. Okay. Now, these are the 4 data types that you can see as of now, right? So data types is nothing but it tells you like what type of value it is. Okay. To give more example, let's go into the next line. Here, A equal to K is our data vision, B equal to 3.14, C equal to 5, D equal to true. Now I'm assigning 4 values here. And you know what? All 4 are different type of values. That's what I said, right? What do you mean by data type? It tells you what type of value you can store in that variable, right? Now, as we have already discussed, Python is so beautiful. You just need to have, understand what type of keywords you can use it. For example, I need to use type. So type of A will give you str, type of B will give you float, type of C will give you integer, and type of 4 will give you bool, right? Now, if you want to see this in Python, we need not first declare variable as a data type. Not needed. If you go with any other programming language, first you have to declare it. Okay, I'm going to use this variable as integer. I'm going to use this variable as string. I'm going to use this variable as float or a bool. You have to do that. But here, you need not do anything. Directly go and assign. Okay. Now, when you're assigning it, automatically the data type also gets assigned to that variable, and that is why it is called dynamically typed programming. If you take any other programming language, okay, it is static. That means you have to first define the data types and then only use it. Here you can just simply give it as ever. Whatever you like, please give it. Okay. For example, in the A, I have assigned a string value to A. So now A automatically becomes string. A automatically becomes string. Now, if I say B, 3.14 is nothing but a decimal number. So it's giving us a float. You not assign it as a float. By default, the value itself will take care of the data types, right? Okay. Now, we have assigned a 4 data types and we'll start working with few of them. Okay. Now, remember carefully, this is very important. For the integer and the float, there is nothing much you can do it, right? There is nothing much you can do it. So basically, you can access it like this. If I give C, so C is equal to 5. If I give B equal to 3.14, you can basically add it. C plus B, you'll get it, right? And if you want to assign it, you can always assign. Okay, now if I go and see print of E, you'll get at 8.14. And you can also see what is that type also, type of E. It can also tell you the float. It can also tell you the float because the 8.14 is nothing but float value, right? It's a float value. So there's nothing much we can do with the help of integer and float. But what is really needed is there are few of the advanced data types also, which we'll be discussing in the next class. Those advanced data types are, we call them as list, we call them as tuple, as dictionary. Okay, so this will be our next topic. But before that, let's go and try to get this more context on strings. Now, string is important. As I said, integer and float, it's just like a single value. It's just like a single value. You need not do much here, right? So the problem with integer or float is the only one thing is if I give A equal to 5, I cannot assign two numbers like this. This is not allowed. Okay, this is not allowed. I will not allow this, right? So this is what language doesn't allow. You need to give only a single value because it's a one value. Now you go and check, it is going to be like a integer, correct? Now let's talk about A equal to KSR data vision. Now this is a string now. Type of A equal to string. Now, once you have assigned this, it has now become a string. It has now become a string. What you need to do is, I will simply try to access K in this entire string. I repeat, I'll try to access A. I'll try to access K as part of this string. So what you need to do is, if I go and give A of 1, I'm getting yes. I'm getting yes. If I write A of 2, I'm getting R. If I'm doing A of 3, I'm getting space. If I write A of 4, I'm getting D, right? So basically what exactly is happening is in the backend, the moment you assign KSR equal to, A equal to KSR, I'll tell you what is going to happen in the backend. In the backend, there will be something called memory allocations will happen. Okay, this is like a memory now. The moment you give A equal to KSR, the moment if I assign it, what happens in the backend? What happens in the backend? There will be a memory allocation which will get assigned. This is a memory allocation. Okay, there's a memory allocation. And what happens? This K will come and sit here. K is R space. Okay, this is how the memory allocation will be allocated for this word, and these words get entered into each single memory box. Okay, now You would have seen this form whenever you're filling some bank form, right? They'll be giving a box like this, and you'll just go and fill your name, right? If you have just tried with any of the opening new account, they would have given like this: full name, last name, date of birth, and you have to fill your names in the block, right? One box, one letter. Exactly like this, you will be having the memory allocation, and each and every word which you create will go and sit in the one box. Right. Now, as I said, I want first letter, right? If I write first letter A of 1, that means the letter S is coming. I'm not getting K. Then I understood that in Python, if you just go and do a proper thorough research, your indexing, this is called indexing. Your indexing starts from 0. Your indexing starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, these are all called the position of the memory, right? So in Python, always remember that your memory index always starts with big 0. Indexing always starts with 0. So that is why today if I'm giving 1, it is actually taking the second element. But if I want the first element, I should have given A of 0. So A of 0 gives you the K, because I've clearly made sure that the indexing is being calculated from the start. So it will be KSR. Space will also have some memory allocation. So that is why the third position is like having a empty space followed by data vision. So totally we have 12. For example, if I want this N, you can simply go and give A of 12, data vision N. You are getting this. Okay. Now, the first thing which you need to understand is, if you want to access any character, you should always access with square bracket. If you want to access any character, okay, if you want to see in numbers and all, we don't need anything, right? It's just a number, right? But in string, there could be a situation, this name is too big. Okay, I want to access only this name. There could be a case, right? So if you want to access any character, you should always access with a square bracket, which I would say like it's actually like a indexing. Okay, the one which you're like trying to access, it's like accessing via indexing. So what is this indexing? Every single variable you actually go and define will be used a memory allocation. In the memory allocation itself, it goes and stores. And the way it gets stored is it starts with the index 0. So KSR will be like 0, 1, 2, followed by 3, 4, 5, and it will be like a 12. Okay. Now, why are we accessing 1111 character? Let me access the complete word. Let me access the complete word. Okay. Now, if you see here, the second line which I'll write is, the syntax is from colon to. Okay, the syntax is from colon to. What is this from colon to? Now, if you want to access KSR, you please give the from position and you give the to position. That is what it means. So ideally, The first position is 0 colon till the last position. So 0, 1, 2. I want 0 to 2. Okay, so 0 to 2. Now if I go and write it, I'm actually getting 2 characters. I should have got 3 characters, right? So what is that one thing which you need to remember here is when I am giving a of 0 colon 2, when I'm giving a 0 colon 2, I have to get these 3 elements, right? So k is a start. So as I've told you, this is like a start position, that is from 2. Now this is the syntax, right? From 2 to, this is the syntax. That is what we have seen, from 2 to. But ideally, what is happening here? From is actually reading properly. 0 means this is 0, 0th element, so k will come. Second element 1, so s also will come. So ideally 2 r also should come. Okay, but in order to do that, actually this part is not coming. This part is not coming. R is not coming. So I can tell that in the indexing, the 2 position is excluded. The 2 position is excluded. That means this position is excluded. Okay. So how to handle this? For example, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So until A, it's 7. So if I give 0 to 7, so ideally what should happen? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A also should come. That's a logically. Okay, logically it should come. But if you go and run this, A will not come. Because as I've told you, the 2 position is excluded. That means this position will be excluded. So very simple. Always write 2 is excluded. So always write +1. So what is +1? I will write +1. Now if I go and write it, I'll get A. So instead of why are you writing a addition within the indexing, just make it as 8. Just make it as 8. Right? So again I repeat, in case if they want KSR, if anyone wants to extract a KSR, okay, so the way you have to write is this KSR is what I needed. So A of 0, 1, 2, so 0 to 2, but unfortunately this is excluded. So this +1 you do, which is nothing but this index. So 3, if you do 3, it will be ignored, but before that everything will be considered. So if anyone wants to access KSR, it should not be 2, it should be +1, and which is nothing but 0 to 3. 0 to 3. So because I know the 2 position will be excluded, so it will come as 0, 1, 2. Let's try that. 0 to 2. 0 to 3. Because I know that the third position will be excluded, but it will consider before that. Now I'll go and write it. Now I will get KSR. Now I'll get KSR. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, in Python, the index will start from 0, right? And if you want to access it, you have to access thing through an indexing. Indexing is basically you can call the index reference. So here what I'm doing, the indexing starts from 0. So if I want KSR, ideally it should be 0 to 2, but this will be like a excluded. This will be excluded. Okay, it will be always +1. Okay. I don't know whether you have observed this or not. Okay. I don't know what better example I can give you. Like, if you've seen a slice of bread, the first piece will be there, right? Is it usable? Will you eat that? The first piece of bread will be there, right?
No, Santosh.
Why?
It will be some damage.
Damage.
Not taste.
It will be
First one.
hard, not that
Hard.
tough to eat also.
I don't see the first slice itself. Okay, maybe this itself is clear. The first one is there, right? The first one is actually not in a usable. Okay, while cutting it or maybe while packing it, they'll make sure that, because the inner part is very soft, right? So if it is, I mean, if it is exposed to air, this inner part, if it is exposed to air, it damages very soon. So what they'll do, they'll cover it. So they'll cover it first piece, right? So like that, this is actually not usable. It is not usable. So similarly, here also what it is telling is, if you want to access to anything, you always give an extra element. So if you want KSR, so K is 0, 1 is yes, R is 2. You don't give only 2. But you want to read complete one, always give an extra. That extra bread piece is nothing but which is not usable. It just covers it. It just covers it. Similarly, here also, if I want to access it, you always have to go and give one extra. That is only towards the end position. For the starting position, not required. For the starting position, not required. Okay. Now, let's go and give another example. Let's go and give the another example. Okay. Now, B equal to, I'm giving one word. Okay. I'm giving one word. Now, very simple. Very simple. Think about it. The word is too big. I want to extract only Python. I want to extract only Python. The way I would be extracting Python is, as I've told you, in Python, if you want to extract certain information, you have to always use a concept called indexing. Now, what is this indexing? Indexing something which you have enclosed within the square brackets, and you can give the elements, right? Now, if I give P of A of 0, if give A of 0 or B of 0, I'm getting P. If I'm giving B of 1, I'm getting Y. If I'm giving B of 2, I'm getting T. Correct. But I want Python. I want Python. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 to 5 is 0 colon 5. Now if I write this, you will not get the last element. Because I've been telling you this again and again and again, listen carefully. The end element you call 5 will be ignored. And that is why the word 5 is not coming. The word n is not coming, right? So the letter n is not coming. So if I want to include that, it actually stores in the indexing like this. The one I want is Python. So let's talk about indexing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So don't assume that it is 0 to 5. This is a start position. This is an end position. So end position always should be +1. So you give 5, you'll get only till O. That is what is happening here. If you give 5 only till O, I'll get it. That means I'm giving 5, I'm getting till this. I'm getting till this. So if I want this also, I want to give 6. Now I'll get the word Python. Okay. Now Let's go and try another example now. C equal to, I'll give you 2 minutes time. I'll give you 2 minutes time. I'll give you 2 minutes time. I want the word the best. Who can tell me the index? Come on. I want to extract the word the best.
12, 16.
A of 4.
B of 11 to 15.
I think I start with 9.
9 to
12 to 16.
9.
7 to 15.
7 to 15.
7 to
18.
15.
9
7
to
to
18.
15, Santosh. 7 to 15.
one
7 to
person said
15.
4 to 11, one person
7
is
to
saying 7 to
16.
15, one
12
person
to
is saying 12 to 16.
12 to 17. Yeah.
7 to 15. 7 to
7 to
15.
15.
7 to 15, Santosh.
I have one doubt, okay? I have one doubt. Everyone is sitting in the same class, same subject, same topic, same teacher. Why 4 answers? Why 4 answers? It can be, we can have only one answer for this. Which is that? I'm hearing 4 answers from this. How come? Which one is correct?
7 to
C.
15.
7 to
7
15.
to 15.
7 to 15.
7 to 50.
Second one, 7 to 15.
7 to 15.
Then why people are saying 12 to 16, 12 to 17, 4 to 11? Is this correct?
Santosh.
Okay, let's verify this. Let's verify this, okay? Now what I'll do? I'll try to write it here itself. 0, 1, 2, space, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it becomes bigger. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the first element is 7. So that's right. Okay, that's right. I don't know why you saying 4, 12 and all. The right answer should be 7 only. So followed by 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If I give 14, what will happen? I'll miss the last word.
T.
So it
T.
is actually should be included. So you have to make it 15. You have to make it 15. Right? So the right answer is, I don't know why I'm getting different answers, but please make sure that you know the start and end position. Only in the end position, please make sure that you're always adding +1. Okay, now let's see. Unless I get the same answer from everyone, I'm not going to move forward. The word data vision is there. My requirement is to give vision. Who can tell me? I want to extract the word vision.
D of 4 to 9.
4 to 9.
4 to 9.
4 to 9, Santosh.
4 to 9.
Any other answer?
4 to 9.
We no need to mention the end index. 4 is 2 is good.
4 is 2 is good. We don't have to mention the last one. Automatically it will
I
take
just
to the
want
last.
this word. I just want this word. Data is not required. Vision is required. So can I say that 4 to 7 is correct? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's run it. Right. So how it will work? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm starting with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be 8, right?
+1.
No, last position
No.
is 8.
We need to include one more, right?
Yeah, we
Instead
have
of
to
8,
include
9.
one more. We have to include one more. So that is why I'm giving one more. Okay. Now, listen carefully now. This is good, but there is slightly one more thing we need to understand now. Okay. So again, I'm taking the indexing. Okay. Again, I'm taking the indexing. So data vision DATAVIZON. Now this is a indexing that we are going to store data vision DATAVIZON. Okay. So now listen carefully. Listen carefully. The indexing starts with this as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So imagine that I want to get the word data. Okay, if I want to get the data, it's going to be A of 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0 to, it cannot be 3, it should be plus 1. So it has to be 4. Okay, it has to be 0 to 4. Now, if you observe carefully, the element 0 to 4, it is actually counting one by one. 1, 2, 3. That means the jump which is doing, right, 0 to 4, the way it works is it will go D to A. It will go A to T. It will go to A to T. So the step size is right. The number of elements it is jumping is actually 1. It's actually jumping by 1. Now what will happen? If I go and give another parameter here, if I go and give another parameter D of 0 to 4, you're getting data. You're getting data. Now followed by, I will write another parameter called 2. I'll write 2. Now what will happen? You see that I'm getting D, I'm getting T. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll give the full word now. So DATA means what is that? Last element is 8. So last element is 8. So I'm missing the N. So it should be last element plus 1. It should be 9. It should be 9. Data vision. Now in this, I'm giving one more parameter called 1. If I give the parameter 1, it's giving the same answer. Right? If I'm giving the 1, it's giving the same answer. But if I give 2, I'm getting something called DTVZN. Okay. So if I give 2, what will happen is, so if I give A of 0 to 9.
I think it's skipping for two. I think
Yeah.
two skips that are
So
happening.
yeah. So if I go and give 0 to 9, right? If I give 0 to 9 and followed by if I give 1, this is nothing but same as 0 to 9. So this 1, if you give also, if you don't give also, by default, it is 1. So this is equal. But if I go and give A of 0 to 9 followed by 2, maybe I'll write it in a different color. Now I'll tell you what is happening. If I give A of 0 to 9 followed by colon again 2. Now this either you write 1 or you don't write 1, both are same. 1 means it will jump by 1 step. Now what will happen? If I give this 2 position, that means it will jump by 2 positions. And that is why you will get the answer like D, T, V, Z, N. Now this will be the answer. DTVZN. This actually tells you the what step I need to take. Should I take 1 step or should I take 2 steps? Okay, so it is telling you which how big the step should be. Is it going to be 1 or is it going to be right? So this tells you the number of steps. Okay, so now let's go and redesign the, which I'll call it as step. And the step, if you see, step is optional. Even if you don't give also, it will work. Even if you don't give also, it will work. Default step size is 1. Even if you don't give the step, it will still work. Okay. Now, I'll give you another question. Let's see who can answer this. Okay. Imagine A equal. Okay. Now what will happen? Now A of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 0 to 7. Last letter I'll miss it. So it should be 0 plus 1, 7 plus 1, 8. Now I'm missing. I'm getting complete word. And if I give the step size to be 1, it's going to be the same. But if I go and give the step size to S will go to N will go to H will go to S. So if I go and give 2, I'll get SN, SH. So how it's calculated, the first element is calculated, followed by N, followed by H, followed by S. Okay. Now, let's see who can answer this question. Okay. Let's see who can answer this question. The person who answered this question, wherever you are in the world, I'll order a breakfast for you. Even if you're in a US, you give me your address, I'll order breakfast or lunch, whatever time is there, I'll order for you. Okay, let's see who can answer this. The question is, my requirement is, I want to extract the word DAG. Come on, tell me.
0 to -1 we can use for like accessing last position, but
083.
Okay, 0,
0,
8, 3. I'm getting Dan. I asked for DAG.
093.
0, 8 minus 1.
08 minus 1.
0, 8 minus 1.
Is it -1 covered in the class? Is -1 covered in the class?
No.
Then how come it will be minus? I'm just asking what has been covered in the class itself. Come on.
B of 062.
Okay. Let me draw a diagram for you. At least then it will be visible and you can easily
094.
understand. Okay.
084.
Now let's try this. Let's try this. Jumping by 2 steps. So it's like from here, I'm jumping by 2. So again 1, 2. Yeah, it's correct actually. DAN. Yeah, so it should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 means I need to include N. So it should be 7. 6 plus 1, 7. So your answer will be 0 to 7. In between, I want to jump by 2 characters. So DAN is what will be the requirement. So if I want to get DAN, it's going to be 7 is enough. Why you need 8? 6 is the position, right? So 6 plus 1 should be 7. So in that 7, you add another 1. 7 itself is enough. Because I want this position, right? So 8, 9 and all is not required. Are you with me? Yes? Okay. Now, let's get another example. Okay.
C of 1 colon 1 1 colon 9 2.
182.
Any other answer? Let
think
me
it's
see if I'm
120.
checking. Hold on. Let me go and check if I'm writing it correctly because this indexing, it's a morning time, right? So let me check it. First, this is a hello world. Hello world. Okay. So I want to extract. I'll tell you what I'm trying to extract here. Okay. So first of all, I'll drop the memory allocation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm trying to access what is my first character? E. What is my second character? O. This is what I wanted, right? This is what I wanted. Can anyone tell me the index? EOOD.
111.3.
111.3.
111.
111.3.
111.3.
111.3.
111
11 2 Santosh.
11 to
111.
2.
111.3.
Again, same question I'm asking. One question, one answer, one trainer, one class. Why 4 answers? Why is that 4 answers? Come on.
111.
111.3.
111.3 is the final
If you
one.
want to go to the diagram, I can go here. If you want to,
111.4.
yeah, if you want to
111.2.
write, if you want to write
111.
another one,
4.
I'll also write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This is 111.4, Santosh.
Okay. First of all, I don't need this H. Okay. So my index will always start from 1 because 1 is where I'm starting. So 1, the last position is 10, right? So always that also should be included because it's highlighted. Green color is highlighted. So it will be 11. So this is correct. Now you need to think about the jump. This is a jump number 1. This is a jump number 2. Jump number 3. So it should be 3. Is it correct?
Yes, Santosh.
Let's try that. What is the answer? 111.3. No, let's try one by one everything. Okay, let's try one by one everything. So I'll take this. So this is the first answer you told. It's not the correct. Let's get the second one done. This is also not correct. Let's take this one. This is also not correct. Let's take this one. This is what is correct. Is it difficult? Why are you giving wrong answers? Is it difficult?
No, Santosh.
Then
No.
are you getting it now? Why we are starting from 1? Everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, Santosh. He started
Okay.
from.
Okay. Now, last question. Again, I'm saying unless I get only one unique answer, I'm not going to move forward. D equal to Monday. D equal to Monday, and I need the answer as small. Actually, let me use any big word. The requirement is
3, 11, 2.
sorry.
3, 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah. 2.
211.2 Santosh.
211.2.
211.2.
What is it?
4, huh?
Yes, 211.2.
211.
211, 211, team.
Yeah, I'm getting 3 answers. Any other answer?
So 2,
Yes, 211 2.
11.
212, 2.
Okay, new
2
person.
212 2.
211 2.
That's all? Any other answer? Okay. First of all, my first letter is T. This is T. Okay. So 0, 1, 2. So this should be 2. Okay. That means I'll start with 2. So D of 2. And the last letter is E actually. Okay. See, this is how you need to break your problem. Last letter is E. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 plus 1, 11. 11. In this, I can see there are only 2 answers which are coming close. This is also wrong. This is also wrong because you're starting with 3 and you're ending with 12. So this is also wrong. This is also wrong. This is also wrong. So out of your answers, 2 answers is wrong. Okay. Now, after that, from T, I'm going to D. From T, I'm going to O, sorry. So I'm giving O to O. So after O, I'm going to D. After D, I'm going to T. After T, I'm going to E. So that means I'm just doing an alternative jump. It should be 2. Is it correct? Yeah, this is correct. TODET. I'm just jumping every alternative day. I'll see what is this answers gives you. This gives you HNNA. See, a small mistake. See how difference and deviation there is in your answers. I asked for this and I've got this. And the way you people have told me 4 answers, see. This is also working. But as we are ending with E, let's give only that element. So that element will be 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So E is at 10. Let's end it at 11. So this is fine. 12 means it will again till compare till here. So let's give it till 11. Is it clear? Yes.
Yes, Santosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now another question for you. Okay, this is all fine. This is all indexing. Okay. Now let's take about another one. So in this, I'll give a content, big content, such a big content. KSR Data Vision is one of the institute in Bangalore that teach all data-driven technologies. Now, I just want to read from here. One of the institute in Bangalore. Okay, there is a big word. Okay, so KSR, known for IT training, Data Vision, is one of the institute in Bangalore that teach all the data-driven technologies. Okay, now I want to skip this and I need to tell Data Vision is one of the institute in Bangalore. They teach all the technologies. So the problem in this type of thing is it's very hard to find the end last element. See, first element 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So E of 26, if I give, it's a space. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So it should be 27. So I'm starting with D. So it should be 27. Now if I say 27, I'm getting this D. Now I cannot go on keep on counting till yes, right? So I'll write colon, and I want to give that till the last one because this word I want to skip it. This word I want to skip it. Till here I want to skip it. Okay, I want to start here. I want to go till end now. Who will have patience to count it? Don't count it. Just don't give anything. Just don't give anything. So if you don't give anything, the end position which I need to give, but I have not given, so it will consider till the end. Okay, so what I will do, the next way of accessing is, and I don't know the last position, so I'll not give. So in this case, what will happen? Characters will start from position and will go till the end. Right, that's what is happening. It will start from the 27th. Since I'm not given, because who will have patience to count? So I'll go and give till last. Are we good? This is all about indexing the string. Is it clear?
Yes, Santosh. But I have one question here. So, like till technologies, we cannot count it. But if we need it till data driven only, so what we'll do in that case? Do we have any length kind like we can use like as we can to in DAX we use length to count the characters. So is there any this kind of like we can do that with it?
Sorry, what do you want?
I want till driven, not till technologies. Like as we
If
do
you
what we
want
do
till
like.
driven, you have to use, you have to break it, right? You have to break that word. If you want to start from here, for example, if I want from data vision, and if you want to break till here, then you have to know what is the length. So I am saying if there is a continuity, see, this is what we have done in the previous example. So I want to break in between. In between means start and end is mandatory, right? Even here also, if you want to break it in between, you have to count it. But I don't want to count it. I want to give the complete till the end. That is why I've written 77. Starts from 27. I don't know the end position. Leave it blank. If you leave it blank, it will continue till the end. But in your case, you have to give the count. You have to give the start. You have to give the end because you're asking in between. Any other question?
So, Santosh, every time we have to count it, or is there any other way? Like, it's because the if the lengths are very big, so is there
If
any other
you
way?
if you want to get in between, you have to give start and end. Are you
So we have
understanding?
to count it.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to count it. If you want in between, you have to count it. I want till the end, you don't give that. If you want, say for example, you're saying that in this word, I want only data. That way you have to count it and you have to get it. Similarly, you're asking in a big string, I want to get the part of the string. You have to count it. See, whatever you're understanding, it's not that you will be using in the real time. It's just the fundamentals. How coding works, how Python works is what. After 5 to 6 days only, you will get into the actual Python where it is really needed for data engineering. As of now, we're just learning about data types. So data types, how to access the elements. That is what you're learning as part of the indexing. Is that clear? Are we good?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with this, as I said, there's another way of accessing, which is a negative indexing, which we'll see later. Today we have seen everything positive. So let's see what will happen. Negative index. What if I need to read from reverse? Okay, what if I need to read from reverse? So in that case, we will see that. So that we will see in the next few classes. Okay, so today we started to work with data types. The data types, integer, float, or bool, it's just like a one word. There is nothing much to know. But if you go with string, so we can read the characters of a string with the help of indexing. Please do remember in Python, indexing starts with 0. And the end position, if you are giving index from position and to position, the to position will always be excluded, should be always +1. And there is another parameter which is called step. The step is also mandatory. You need not give it. By default, it's going to be 1. But if you want to jump by 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, you give the number, whatever your number you want. Okay. So with this, we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class. Are we good?
Yes, Santosh. Can you please share this notebook if possible?
This notebook you want?
Yes.
Why you want?
Just to check the notes which you have prepared, Santosh.
Okay. I'll tell you how to prepare this. Okay. You can go to a new, you can open this. You can open this, go to a new Python, open the Python and write today's date. Python session 2 and write it, and then start giving the values like this: A 3.14, B equal to KSR, write like this. Okay. So once you write it, then you can refer this. Whatever I have told you today, you can refer this. Data types, there are 3 types of data types. So one is string, one is integer, and one is float. Okay. You can write like this. If you're not able to do this, I'll share the notebook. If you're not able
No,
to
I
do
will.
this, I'll share you the notebook.
No, I will do this. Not an issue.
The reason why I'll not share this, you people will not practice. As I've told you from the beginning, today also told you, this is a notebook. You have to write your own notes. If you're not able to do this, let me know, I'll share. Do you all want notes? Do you want these notes?
No, we'll practice.
We will practice.
Never expect any notes here because this is all coding. You have to practice it. There is no other go. You keep it, you write it, it's your notes. You are the own author of your book. You write your own notes, you are the own author for this. Right? But still, I'll share in the last class. In the last class of Python, all the notebooks what I've written, I'll be sharing. If I share now, you will definitely not practice. The last day I'll share it. You can keep it as a reference for your future classes. In future, if you're reading, if you're practicing, if you're going and seeing some recording, I'll show you this. I mean, you can refer this. But until the last day, I'll not be sharing the notes. Is that clear?